お、起きるか。お、何やってんだよ、おいで。ぐっすり寝てるよ。おはようと思っててごらん。
おはようと思う。
もうそこら辺に手つかずの自然があるっていうのが一番ユーコンの大きな魅力だと思います。でここで暮らしてここで子供を育てられれば最高だろうなと思って、ここに住んでいます。カナダに来て長く住んでますけども日本人だと思います。
2番はブル
私の娘は5歳になるんですけども、今この年齢では彼女は自分自身を日本人だと思っていると思います。でこれから大きくなるにつれてその考えっていうのも変わっていくと思います。で自分が伝えていかなければ、次の世代には伝わっていかないんだっていうことをシンプルに感じるようになりました。JCAY 日本人協会は私にとってはアイデンティティを共有できる場所です。
私の名前は鳥貝文彦です。カナダに来てからもう52年になります。そしてホワイトハウスに来てから20年目です。Natural beauty of this country, this area, is just next to none. It's beautiful. I think it's the biggest appeal to newcomers from Japan, because Japan is a small island country, very crowded. The JCAY was founded in 2009. It just grew up from the casual, friendly gathering. 2 years later, that big Tohoku earthquake and tsunami happened, and Fukushima nuclear power explosion. We very quickly, hastily organized a big fundraising event. That big fundraising event galvanized the group. I think we built a good, nice community of Japanese Canadians in the city. For us, Japanese Canadians, to preserve Japanese culture, traditional culture, and be proud of it, and show the entire Canada what Japan is about, what we are about.
The values that my parents taught me, they lived those values, and even though I don't speak the language, I feel like there's aspects of the culture that have been ingrained in me. For me, being a Japanese Canadian is really part of the history of Japanese in Canada, particularly during the Second World War. Pearl Harbor was in December 1941, and then in March 1942 was when they put restrictions on the movements of Japanese people, Japanese Canadians as well as Japanese nationals.
The Canadian government used War Measures Act. Some 23,000 people were moved, forcibly moved.
In 42, my dad was sent to a work camp. This house that they built in BC was only a year old, like he had just built it. They actually stored some stuff in the attic, thinking that they would be coming back. Things were stolen, things were sold off. The house was sold off without their permission. The generation that came right after the war, our parents wanted us to fit in. Japanese kids didn't hang out together, like, people were scattered. I think it was the sense that you you kind of hid your identity in a way.
やっぱ言葉ってアイデンティティとすごくつながりがあるから、言葉がなくなるということは自分のアイデンティティを表現するのも難しくなる。2015年に結婚したカナダ人のノバスコシア出身のカナダ人の夫カークと5歳になる娘リーナとユコンで暮らしています。いただきます。ちゃんとして。いただきます。はい、いただきます。私が一人ですけど、私が喋らないともうリーナはずっと英語になっちゃうので、プレッシャーは少しあります。
My first child's first language was Japanese until she went to school full time, about grade 1, 2, all of a sudden switched. When my kids changed their language from Japanese to English, I felt a little, how can I say, sad? But at the same time, I know as a language teacher, they have to have the first language to express themselves 100%, whatever it is. I didn't want to push them. You didn't fail, you didn't do, it's nothing like you didn't do enough. It's just very natural for them to pick up the local language. You just keep offering when you have chance.
コウ君はカバンの中をごそごそかき混ぜていつも僕を見つけてくれます。僕の尻にはケーキと書いてあります。
彼女たちはこれからカナダで生きてきて、これからカナダの習慣を身につけていきますし、もちろん英語自体もそうなんですけども、私たちはどちらかというと今はどうやって日本の文化を伝えられるかっていうことにフォーカスしなければいけないと思ってます。なぜならそれはどんどん失われていくものであって、維持していくのがこれから大変になるものだっていうふうに親として気づき始めたからです。
いや、JCAY は運動会をしたり、お餅つきをしたり、日本の伝統行事を、やってるんですけど、そこにリーナを連れていくことができる。そうするとリーナは日本の文化に触れることができて。
When my first child was 2 or 3 years old, I started to think that she needs some friends to learn with her instead of having a mother-child conversation all the time. It's very important for the kids to get together, having the same backgrounds. That's a kids' community.
いっせーので。イエーイ。よく言えます。将来リーナが大きくなってもし人種差別とかいろんな自分のアイデンティティクライシスみたいなことがあった時にやっぱり自分の強い自分がどういう人間なのかっていうのをきちんと知っとかないとすぐ辛いと思う。だから
We need to all be vigilant about ensuring that the human rights of all people are maintained and respected.
Last year, COVID started. After the beginning of the pandemic, there's a big, serious anti-Asian hate problem. That problem was quite serious. And when anything like that happens, then each person's trying to fight that off is the power is very small. We have to get together and work together to fight that kind of racism. if all immigrants from many other parts of the world do the same, and they just try to demonstrate how proud they are of their own cultural background and roots, and then that is one of the starting point for Canada to just solidify as a multicultural society with diverse background, all those people to work together and live peacefully. And that's my dream.